Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're doing okay. Today I want to show you how to crochet these shell stitch squares. You can leave them like this with their own edges, or you can turn them into a square by adding this edging, and I will of course show you all of this. You can also make it much more bigger like this. For this stitch I will advise you to crochet in process with a little bit loose loops, because in process we place 7 double crochets into one space, so the bottom parts, the lower parts of these double crochets are placed tight in one space so that they can become hard to touch, okay, unpleasant to touch. So that's why it's advised, highly advised, to crochet them a little bit loose. So let's start. And also I do have the triangle version of these shell stitches. It also can be turned into a shawl. This would be the video right before this one about squares. I will leave the links in the description box if you want. And I also have the rectangle shell stitch patterns, and the video about it, and how to calculate the length of that rectangle, shell stitch rectangle, and I will leave the link to that video also in the description box, so you can go check if you want. So let's start. I will leave these ones here for now. Fast going, easy, not too much time consuming, but a little bit yarn consuming, but it's my personal opinion. Okay, we start with a slip knot like so. You can start your slip knot in any other way you like. I don't count the loop that is on the hook, this slip knot. So 1, 2, 3, you can make it 3 or 4 and close it into a chain circle and work into this circle. Let me begin with this, but you can also start with 4 chains and work into 4 chain, the first chain only. The first chain will be used as this circle, okay, so it's optional. So chain 3. Now this chain 3 will be counted as 1 double crochet. We are starting now making our first round, and in the first round we need to have 8 double crochets and 1 chain between all of them. So as we count these 3 chains as 1 double crochet, then we need 1 more chain and go on placing double crochet into the circle like so. Chain 1 and 1 more double crochet, chain 1, another double crochet. Now you see 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 and we need 4 more double crochets here. Chain 1, 5th double crochet, chain 1, 6th double crochet, chain 1, 7th double crochet, chain 1, and the last 8th double crochet. Okay, this one got twisted. Pull it to the back. Now chain 1 and close the round. Now we started with 3 chains, okay? 1, 2, 3. Into the 3rd chain you go and slip stitch into it, like so. This is our first round. This is one way of starting first round. Let me show you the other way of starting. I explained it, but it will be better to show. Okay. We need to start with, I don't count this one, okay? The very first slip knot that we made. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 chains. 1 chain is considered to be the space between double crochets. 3 chains are considered as 1 double crochet, and this one at the very beginning will be used as a ring, chain ring that we made before. Okay, so right here after chaining 5, I placed double crochet inside this very first chain, like so. You see? No. Chain 1, 1 more double crochet into this very first chain, chain 1, 3rd double crochet into this very first chain. All the double crochets in this first round are going to be placed into this very first chain. Chain 1, double crochet again, chain 1, another double crochet. Let me check the count because I can forget. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 2 more. Chain 1, 7th double crochet, chain 1 and 8th, last double crochet. Let's remember again. Repeat. These very first 3 chains we started the round with, we consider as 1 double crochet, so we count it as 1 double crochet also. 1 excuse me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the last chain, and you see 1, 2, 3, into the 3rd chain here you go and place, you close the round with a slip stitch like this. Okay, this is the second way of making first round. You choose which whatever the version you like. So now we're starting the second round, and we will be placing here in the second round we're going to have 4 shells and 4 single crochets placed into these chain 1 spaces. Okay, So 4 chains and 4 shells, one after another. One shell consists of 7 double crochets, all placed into one space right here. So let's go. One more advice. This pattern consists of this type of bases round, where in the next round you are placing your actual shells into these bases, right? So it's one after another: bases round, shell round, bases round, shell round. Okay, and I would advise you, if you want different colors, I would advise you to make the bases round and shell round one color. This will look more, I don't know, better, but it is absolutely optional. Taste is different. Maybe somebody likes to make bases line different color than that. I see it, and it also looks very beautiful all around the internet. But I will continue with one color so far, but I will show you how I change color in this pattern. So we start round 2, chain 1, go into the very next you see where you are, go into the very next chain 1 space and place a single crochet here. If you are new to crocheting, I would advise you to place stitch marker on top of this single crochet. You see, this is our single crochet and the braid looking stitches on top of it. This is the beginning of our round. Okay, take 2 parts of this stitch. So now we go into the next one chain space and place a shell there, and one shell is 7 double crochets. So let's go. Yarn over, go into the space, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now move this a little bit. Okay, now your very first shell is ready. It's done. Now go into the next chain 1 space and place a single crochet. Now go into the next chain 1 space and place a shell. So 1 double crochet, 2, 3, oops, excuse me, 4, this will be 5, 6, and 7. Move this part to the right a little bit so that it doesn't cover this part that we need. Now go into the next chain 1 space and place a single crochet, into the next space and place a shell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Move this a little. Go into the next chain 1 space and place a single crochet. Okay, the last shell of our second round is left, so let's go into the last chain 1 space and place a shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, you see, we are almost done with our second round. At the second round, as you see, we have 4 shells right here. So now we are going to close our round. You see where the marker is, you can go into that spot and slip stitch into it and close the round. So at this point we can take this off for now. Okay, in the third round we're going to create bases again. Bases on it, and it's going to be a little bit specific, but it's gonna be repeating a little bit on the next round. So let's go. Okay, now you see where we are. Chain 3. These 3 chains we will be counting as 1 double crochet as always. So chain 1 for space. Now place actual double crochet into this very space where we started this new round. It's also the spot where we slip stitched it and closed the last previous round. Okay, chain 3, 1 more double crochet into this very same spot, chain 1, another double crochet here. Now you see, look at how this thing looks. Okay, now in this pattern, this thing that we created here is corner. Okay, all the corners, basic corners, will be created just like this. So what does it consist of? 1 double crochet, 1 chain, 1 double crochet, 3 chains, 1 double crochet, 1 chain, and 1 double crochet. All of these are 1 corner in all the rounds you will crochet. This is going to be the same, but the specific thing about the third round is that in third round we're going to have only corners. The you see, in the next rounds between the corners you will see single shells right here. Okay, in the corners you will have these double shells, or I don't know, you can say pair of shells in the corners, and in between them you are going to have single shells. You see right here, these are the pairs of shells right here, and a lot of more 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single shells between these corners. Okay, this is going to become after the fourth round. Yes, after the fourth round. So now between the corners here we are going to place 5 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 chains, and you go on here on top of the single crochet that were placed here between these shells in the previous round, and you place this corner into the top of these single crochet. So let's go. Double crochet, chain 1, another double crochet, excuse me, I needed to untie this. Okay, now chain 3, another double crochet into the same spot, chain 1, and the last double crochet into this very spot. You see how it looks? Now chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and corner again into the top of the single crochet between these shells. Chain 1, another double crochet, chain 3, another double crochet, chain 1, another double crochet. This is what we have. Chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to place the last corner into the top of this single crochet. I'm not gonna repeat myself. I've told it already a few times. Now we have all the corners. Now chain 5 and finish the round. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now how do we close this round? 1, 2, 3 into the third chain, you slip stitch and close your round like this. You see? Now how we place shells into the bases in corners. You see we have 1 chain space here, 3 chain space here, and 1 chain space here. All the 1 chain spaces all around are going to contain 1 shell, and all the 3 chain spaces are going to contain 1 single crochet. So let's go. Chain 1 here to start the 1, 2, 3, 4th round, and this is optional. This is not mandatory. You can straight up start crocheting your shell right here, but this is highly advised so that the shell, if I don't make this 1 chain here, this right side of this shell becomes very I don't know how to say it, tight like this. Okay, it doesn't look even. Sorry for my horrible English. Okay, go on placing, and by the way, you can place stitch marker here to note that this is the beginning of the 4th round. See, that one chain. Okay, let's go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, this is our shell. Now go into the next 3 chain space and place a single crochet, and go into the next 1 chain space and place a shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, this is the pair of excuse me, shells at the corners. Remember, at the 3rd and 4th rounds, we only have corners. Now, attention here, we have this 5 chain bridge. I call it a bridge, but you can call it something different, or just 5 chain. It doesn't matter. It's optional as always. Excuse me, I need to get some more yarn. Okay. Now, we need to fixate this 5 chain bridge on top of this shell. And how do we do it? One shell contains 7 double crochets, and into the middle double crochet we will fixate this bridge with a single crochet. You can count from both sides, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and the middle one is found just like that. The 4th double crochet, when you count from both sides, is going to be the double crochet you need, and you go into the top of it like this. Yarn over, grab the yarn and pull it to the front, make a single crochet. You see, this 5 chain bridge is trapped inside of this single crochet. Okay, it's not gonna dangle and look untidy. Okay, so for the future, you don't have to count all the time. I just look and go into the middle, not thinking, not counting anything. So now let's go to the corner and make the next corner. Into 1 chain space, we'll place my shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Go into the 3 chain space and place a single crochet. go into the one chain space and place a shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now the second corner is ready. Now we need to go into the top of middle double crochet right here and fixate these 5 chain bridge like so, and go on crocheting as usual. I will probably pause the video here, guys. Let's crochet this part and I will see you closer to the end of this round. So we're finishing our round. Let's do this together. Now you see where our stitch marker stands. Finish the round by slip stitching into that spot like so, and you can take this up. Okay, now here I have a little bit tip. If you want to continue with the same color, I'm going to show you how I change color. Definitely nothing very special or new, but anyway, I will show it. But maybe you have the yarn skein that has multiple colors in it already, and you don't have to change the colors every round. It will change its color itself as you go on crocheting. But so if you don't cut the yarn and you want to go on crocheting with these, and in this round specifically, you see where the single crochet here stands between the stitches and where we finished our round by slip stitching. Okay, so basically we do need to start at the top of this single crochet, but we are here now like after this single crochet, so we need to bring this loop back into this spot. Okay, so how do I do it? That's a very little trick, it's not visible. Okay, so keep little bit, I don't know, approximately like this, somewhat. This is about 1 centimeter, but it's optional to your yarn thickness. Okay, now what do I do here? I find a place right next to this. You see where this loop comes from, and you see where did I put my crochet hook. Now pull this. I think we need to make this a little bit. Now pull this loop to the back like this, and now while it's at the back, go into the top of the single crochet from front to back and grab and pull this loop to the front, and like so you are ready to place your basic round as usual. Okay, now, but I will not do this, I don't need this right now. So I will cut the yarn and let's see how we attach a new color and go on with that. So pull this off. Now again, you need to replace it to the back. Okay. Okay, and leave it there. We will you will weave it in at the very end. Now you see we start the round 5 and it's going to be the basis round. So from this round 5 6, this is going to be the round with 4 corners at these spots, 1 2 3 4, and the round with single shells in between the corners at these spots, 1 2 3 4, like here, just like here. Okay, this is the 5th and 6th round between these. Let me place it like this to compare. These are the corners, and we will make new corners out of these spots. So between these corners right here, we are going to place this single shell basis and the shell itself. Okay, now amount of single shells between the corners are going to be more and more as you go on crocheting. Okay, that's okay, just like here. You see how many rounds? I can count like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. It means I have crocheted here 14 rounds, because one color is made of 2 rounds, the basis round and the shelf itself. Okay, I counted like this, but it's also optional. Ugh, I talk too much. Let's go on. So I start at the top of this single crochet between the corners. You can also start here at the corner. Okay, again, we also have single crochets here. We have single crochets between all the shells, okay, wherever they are, at corners or between them, doesn't matter. Okay, let's start with corners. Okay, so find the single crochet here. We're starting with corners. Go into the top of it, grab the new color like this. No, place we are making basis round, so place a corner. What is our corner? 1 2 3 chains that we count as 1 double crochet, because we start the round with like so. Chain 1 for space, double crochet into this very spot, chain 3, another double crochet into the same spot, chain 1 space, another double crochet, the last double crochet. Now you see the corner, we have made it previously a lot of times, so I'm not gonna stay here and waste our time. So chain 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Now here we are going to place single shell space. This is going to be our double crochet. Chain 1 and 1 more double crochet. This is the space for single shells. Okay, between the corners is always going to be like this. one double crochet, one chain, one double crochet. You can also call it like V stitch, okay, if you wish to, if you want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chains, and place another corner into the top of the single crochet between the shells from previous round. Corners are the same, I'm not gonna repeat myself. Chain again. Okay, see how it looks? Yeah, go on. 1, 2, 3, 5 single shell space, chain 1, 3, 4, 5, corner, see, we have 3 corners ready. Let's go on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single shell space, chain 5, corner, oops, 2, 3, okay, you see. Now let's go on placing our shells, and this is going to be 6th round. Okay, now here I already told it previously, but let's repeat in any case. From now on and after that, in all the rounds, corners are the same, we know it. We place shells in all chain 1 spaces, like here, chain 1, chain 1, chain 1, again here, chain 1, and whatever, blah blah blah, okay? And we are placing single crochets into 3 chain spaces, and to fixate these bridges, all this we do with single crochets, and that's it. That is the logic of creating these shells. You don't even have to think, you can go on crocheting around. It's not a tiring process. So chain 1 here, and this is optional, I already told you that. And you can place a stitch marker here so that you know where to slip stitch and finish the round. Let's go. Shell, something wrong, oh no, I confused myself. So 1 double crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, now into the 3 chain space we'll place single crochet, and into the 1 chain space we'll place shell, meaning 7 double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now we need to fixate this, trap this 5 chain breach into the single crochet that we place into the top of middle double crochet from previous round, like this, and go on placing our single shell between the corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See? Now go on again. Single crochet. Now I will pause here. You already know what to do. Let's finish this round together, and I will show you how to create these wavy edges into straight square. Okay, so I'm done with this round. Let's slip stitch right into the spot where the marker is, and we are done. Now let's go on creating our you can leave it like this and use it like this with these wavy edges, but if you don't want it, and maybe you are going to be crocheting these shell squares like granny squares, and in the end join them to make it into a blanket or whatever else, then you will probably need to make these squaring in the edges. Now what is the pattern for this? Let me show you, and if you need you can screenshot. So you see this is the corners. Okay, into the corner spot we place 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 double crochets. This corner spot is let me make it closer. Now you see this corner space, 2 double crochets, 2 chains, 2 double crochets. We place these into the top of single crochet between 2 shells at the corners. Okay, I already told you these are the corners, pairs of shells, double shells, name it however you want. Okay, these are going to be our corners. So now between the corners, between the shells themselves, you are going to place 1 double crochet into the top of the single crochet between, you see, double crochet, this one, on top of the single crochet between the shells. Now let's look here. no, you see two shells and the single crochet between them. Into the top of it you place one double crochet, also here, also here, single crochets between the shells. Now on top, all over the top of these shells, you are placing, now one by one, 1/2 double crochet, 1/2 double crochet, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet, 1/2 double crochet, 1/2 double crochet, each into one top of these 7 double crochets. You see, we placed 7 double crochets into the shell, right? So into the top of each and every one of those 7 double crochets, you are going to place these 7 things. Let's say like this, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 half double crochets and 3 single crochets between them, and that's it. This is the same thing, is going to be repeated all over the rounds. I hope it's clear for you guys. Oops. So, excuse me.